Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let rise our praise to the Almighty God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us mercy and blessing, so we are able to meet together in this place. And don't forget to send our salawat and salam to the blessed Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as rahmatil alamin. This section deals with the discussion of phonetic in term articulation of suprasegmental sounds, intonation. Suprasegmental sounds, intonation. All languages in the world have their own intonation, including English. According to Becker and Biswanger, intonation in English have to mark the function and the boundaries of a syntactic unit, whether a sentence function to ask or to infer. For instance, a statement like "she is sleeping" is marked as given information when is ended by a valid pattern of sound pitch, but is marked as a yes or not question when it is finalized by a racing pitch. Besides, intonation is also used to emphasize new information is an utterance which mainly functions to express emotion or attitudes. Therefore, intonation is found difference not only within different languages but also within the same language. English, it is widely known that English has dialectal and regionally difference in intonation. Many linguists have analyzed English intonation and eventually distinguished at least four relative pitch level is low pitch 1, flat pitch 2, high pitch 3, and extra high 4. 3 pitch level is low 1, normal 2, and high pitch 3 are commonly used in normal speech, which may convey different function, making statement addressing question. On the other hand, the other last level is extra high pitch 4, is commonly used for screaming or shouting, which may convey other different functions, such as expressing terrible fears, great happiness, increasing anger. The identification of the pattern of intonation in English is then used to set general pattern for describing and illustrating how native English speakers generally raise and fall their voice in speech. The description is intended to provide an expert way to help the Indonesian learners of English to improve their knowledge of intonation, which can be applied in speaking. Following intonation pattern 2 plus 3 plus 1. This intonation pattern starts from flat level 2, then move to high level 3 by placing primary stress on a certain word in a sentence, and finally falls at the end of sentence to low level 1. Falling intonation is the most common intonation pattern used by native speakers of English to convey the meaning of statement, comments, information, question. Confirmatory question text as well exclamations. Here are the sample. Falling intonation in statement. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. She doesn't live here anymore. She doesn't live here anymore. Dad wants to change his car. Dad wants to change his car. Failing intonation in comments. Write your name here. Write your name here. Show me what you've written. Show me what you written. Filing intonation in questions. Addressing question beginning with question words such as when, what, where, why, which, who, whom, and how. What country do you come from? What country do you come from? Where do you work? Where do you work? Which of them do you prefer? Which of them do you prefer? Valid intonation in question text. Confirming statement. Regarding text question, we need to know that as for native English speakers, not all of them really function as question. Some of the text questions are simply asked to ask for confirmation or agreement invitation. In such sentence, native English speakers mostly a valid intonation pattern at the end. Valid intonation in exclamation. How nice of you. How nice of you. That's just what I need. That's just what I need. Rising intonation patterns 2 plus 3 plus 3. This type of intonation pattern starts from the flat voice level 2 and the high voice level 3 and stays in the touch level to the end of sentence. Native English speakers commonly ask this intonation pattern for yes or not question, beginning with auxiliary modals can, will, must, and shall, or auxiliary verbs do, does, did, have, has, in which a yes or not answer is needed. Combining intonation patterns. In addition to both types of intonation pattern as discussed earlier, native English speakers sometimes ask combining intonation patterns. These patterns can be categorized into two types: restful intonation and full rush intonation. Restful 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Or this type of intonation commonly begins with flat pitch level 2, then rise to high level 3. The next goes down to the flat level against 2, and finally falls in the low level. Suprasegmental sounds, juncture. Speaking in a normal conversation frequently as connected speaks, a continuous sequence of sounds. According to our teaching experience, most Indonesian learners of English give the first priority to repeat their speech without noticing the articulatory precision of the sounds. They make sure as a vowel and consonant sounds are not correctly mouth. Stress is not properly placed on a certain words. Syllables intonation pattern is specifically as, and words in utterance are spoken in without clear-cut borderlines between them. Signs placing danger in the incorrect position can potentially cause a perceptual difference and misunderstanding. It is therefore strongly advised that the Indonesian learners of English should learn how to ask juncture properly by using pairs like Pia stalks, P stalks, and grip app or grip tabs. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.